All right, then. You take care now. No, and I ain't looking to be a babysitter, neither. Looking for target practice, you keep talking. Wanted to be with someone who knew how to please a woman, that's what. Got enough on my shoulders without adding more dead weight to 'em. Somebody's asking for a boot in their fuse box. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Looking for love? Or to put me to sleep, kid. If you're looking for action, grab some grease from your hair and give your gun a few pulls. Not interested in any weapon that shoots blanks. Not for all the whiskey in Reno. Barking up the wrong barstool, kid. If you're looking for action, jam your dick in a locker and slam it a few times. Stake a claim somewhere else, pretty boy. I'm not the man you need, pretty boy. Show me one, and I'll do him proud. A drink wouldn't make you any prettier, Slick. As long as you leave right after you put your caps down, you're on. What the hell is this shit? What the hell was that all about? Heard NCR Recon fucked up here once, with the cons. Heard NCR drove the cons out of here, to Red Rock. Place stinks of sand, piss, and vomit. Refugees. Watch out. Easy to get sick around here. Crazy-ass radio signals around here couldn't make any sense of them. Place says Geiger counter's ticking. No idea why the highest point in Mojave is so rad-lit. Should hit the Bighorn Saloon here. Heard there's still mines in the city. And maybe drunk NCR soldiers spoiling for a fight. Rubble City, more like it. There's a bar in the intact section. Careful if you go wandering around the ruin section. Golf was the president, I think. Maybe for NCR. Heard this used to be a minefield from some of the troopers here. Each spot for a landmine is numbered, here tell. If you're looking for NCR's spine, ain't gonna find it here. Well, Hanlon sure let this place go to shit. A lot of sights to this guy Golf all over the West. Not much reason to ship water here, but liquor? Hard to meet demand. If NCR didn't grate me so, I'd come here for water resupply. Used to ship a lot of liquor here. Soldiers here have too much free time. If there's a reason to attack NCR, Camp Golf's a reason. Watch out for the misfits here. 9th Platoon, word of their fuck-ups is legendary. Just goes to show you, no matter where you go, there's NCR trying to hold on to every corner of the world. Guess they chose this spot to spy on Caesar. Poor bastards. Guess NCR's fish food. Nice sign. This is the only place to cross the Colorado safely. I hope we're not planning to cross the river. Only merchants, slaves, and legion come here. Should kill all these slavers. Damn slavers. Those dogs look like they could savage a Securitron. We go across that launch, we may not come back. Shit. Fiends. Smells like fiends. Can smell the chem labs and jet from here. Make sure you have a backup weapon. Fiends don't go down easy. Watch for dogs. Heard tell there was a vault somewhere around here. Another proud NCR camp. Probably chose this place because of the water supply. Morale looks low. I smell Hydra in the air. Just a whiff. Be damn careful here. Don't like the way the men are looking at me. Keep your eyes to yourself, Legion asshole. Can't believe you want to talk to this guy. Love how he's decorated the place. Women might as well be dirt. Not anxious to join them. Wish these women would take knives to Caesar's troops in their beds. Can't believe we're fucking back here. Testing our luck coming back here. You sure you know what you're doing? They try and put one of those Brahmin packs on me, they're asking for a gelding. Gonna get gelded. Can't say I've seen a smile on anyone's face since we arrived. Hope NCR wipes Caesar off the map. Guess the tent belongs to the big man. Not much future in the Legion, if you don't have a dick. I'm heading back west if Caesar moves on the dam. Not looking forward to being a Legion wife. Kings are led by the king. Has some kind of robot dog. Guess it hunts robot rats. Kings hold control over the water pump around here. Hometown of the Van Graffs. Don't care for this place too much. We shouldn't be in here. Water's scarce, but between things like this and Lake Mead, ain't too bad in the West as in other places. Watch out for the kings, they're unpredictable. Kings dress like strutting girls, all fancy-like. Once had a king following me, like I was following you. Had to chase him off with a shotgun, finally. Kings told me I couldn't deal water here. Fuckers. They like having mono, as in Monopoly. Ralph might be able to forge a pass into the strip for you. You need one. Looking for weapons? Check out Mick and Ralph's. Mick's probably a sight better than Ralph. Always trying to talk me out of my pants. Sure could use a drink. All this traveling's making me thirsty. Careful if we go off the road. Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And whiskey. Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave. Glad I left the outpost behind. Caravan of 2 now. Heard the doc here is a good guy. Crimson Caravan had some trouble here. Hill where you got shot? Looking to step on your own grave? Not every day you come back to your gravesite. Storms pick up quick around here. What's that hum? Watch for scorpions. Doesn't feel like the rest of the Mojave here. Check out those guns. Rumor had it they used to shoot planes down before the war. Place looks like how my bladder feels. Place always wants me to take a piss. Ever look down the dam? Sends your head spinning. Place is fucking cold. Pine trees? Can't believe we're in a refuge for crazy super mutants. Wish I'd packed a jacket. Only seen snow, not walked through it. Crazy. Frozen water? Should package this shit. Heard they can make ice in the old world and carry it around. Dad used to say that in the old world, people would put boards in their feet and soar down the mountains. Back here again? What, didn't I see enough of the sights here the first time? Once here, most just stall out, can't go deeper into territory. Fucking monument. From here, it's nipped into the east or Prim to the north. And here's the slice of the world where NCR's hand starts slipping. Be careful they don't charge us any tolls. Don't tell them where we're from or headed. Looks like prisoners are in charge now. No guards in the towers. Not a good sign. Guess NCR fucked this place too. Don't be shooting wild in here. Might set something off. First time I seen a fence made out of artillery. Some of these weapons look like they came from Hawthorne Army Depot. Place has a lot of history. Can hear the screaming of rockets and explosions in this place at night. Folks here have access to Lake Mead, fresh drinking water. Careful. Boomer territory. They ain't hostile, but they're a bit trigger-happy. Boomers are a mite twitchy. Folks here aren't friendly to anyone. Got nests for planes here. An assault on this place would be suicide. Guess the miners got fucked. Where's the mine from here? If this place got hit, Novak's next. I think I'm gonna be sick. Nipton wasn't the best towns, but Mayor Stain got what was coming to him, looks like. Mayor here used to shelter gangers, here tell. Guess it didn't save him. Should we cut the people down? Who the hell was that? I hope they don't hit the Mojave outpost. First saw this place, thought the giant gecko was real. Read a book, the giant lizards walked the earth like this one. Might be a gecko this size. This place reminds me the old world had too much time on its hands. Named this place after the hotel. Novak's the hotel, not the lizard. Smells like junk. Can see Dinky for miles. Good landmark. Said there's a courier office here? Sign of the buffalo. Bison Steve. You old shithole. Those post office boxes in these old towns still work. Good contact. Nash used to be here. Had a son that went west. Old world had cars that ran on roads like these above the ground. Except they didn't go anywhere. The sheriff here ain't worth a damn. Crazy ass shit. Looks like this place got wrecked. Looks like this place got mined. In the wrong ways. Smells like Deathclaw. NCR flag. Not safe. Close to it, though. Rest stop. NCR's friendly. Might be able to resupply. A little safe ground. These boys and girls can really down the bottles. Whiskey and liquor don't last long around here, by the sight of it. Wonder if any of these folks would be up for shots of courage. And a wager. Be really careful what you say here. Should have heard stories of the Khans years ago. They were one tough bunch now. Khans lost their strength after Bitter Springs came here to lick their wounds. Let's not split up here, all right? Don't take any chems here. Hell knows what they're laced with. Won't trade with Khans. They've poisoned most of the villages west of Vegas with chems. Fiends would suffer withdrawal and die without the Khans. Place would be beautiful. Without the chem addicts and dealers, guess someone had to put them down. Have a Vegas-style boxing ring in the center there. Really wish we could go to some civilized places. Even the flies here are chemmed. God, you can smell the Brahmin shit from the jet all over this place. Don't understand how the missiles could have missed a target like this. Beats Freeside. Can't believe we got in here. Dad used to say this place was what Reno tried to be. Fucking Reno. Place feels like the Sorcerer of Oz sometimes. Heard stories about the Lucky 38. How nobody's ever gone inside. Except you, that is. Chairman Emeritus. A whole bunch of families rule Vegas. Don't step out of line as long as money's to be made. Welcome to sin. Watch where you step. Watch for NCR vomit. Hope you're not here to chase your losses. Now to find a bar. The street, Vegas Boulevard. Fancy town. Let's hit some bars. Don't draw any guns and start shooting here. I heard the robots settle that trouble quick. 3 casinos here. Ultralux, Gomorrah, and the Tops. And the Lucky 38. Heard Crocker's running the embassy. Guy's funny. And not in a hee-haw way, more like a seesaw with his politics. Captain Pappas keeps the law here. Watch out for her, she's no Crocker. That was a mistake. No call for that. Could have handled that better. What I would have done. You handled that well. Good job. Set an example, mothers will follow. Proud of you. Color me impressed. That was fucked up. Can't believe you just did that. Just when I think I'd seen it all. That was lower than low. That hit the spot. All right, now for some ass kicking. Pass the bottle. Bottoms up. Now there goes the pain. Now all I need is some shame to wash it down with. Well, keep those eyes up and turning, or I'll set 'em spinning. Got no time for gawkers, or anyone looking for something I ain't selling. Your business, huh? Now there's a store worth tending. You run along now. Judging by that busted pilot light expression you're fixed with, business ain't so good. Got no time or answers for you. Ask a drifter in need of a few caps. They'll give you all the answers you need. Take care now. Deep. Ain't deep by half. Closed down the bar yesterday, gonna close it again today. Rinse and repeat. How about a drink? How about a couple is what you mean. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing. A sober woman might take insult at that. Me? I might just bust you one. If you ain't drinking, then leave. If you're making to see if I'm an easy lay, I got a caravan shotgun that'll cure that desire right quick. All right, then. I already got a head start, but I'll go first anyway. Just a name? You obviously don't know me at all to sweet-talk me like that. You take your letter, pay my respects to Alice, then kindly go fuck yourself. Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper. Me, that's who. I'm not gonna let it go just yet. There might be some survivors, or... Who am I kidding? There's nothing left. And I wouldn't be here drinking in some shitty bar in the ass end of nowhere if it wasn't true. Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything. What did you just say to me? 'Cause you sure as hell got my attention now. Yeah, I will. And you sure as hell aren't taking it. Can't believe I was even listening to you. All right, then. I already got a head start, but I'll go first anyway. Still, Jackson's not letting me out of his sight as long as there's still trouble up north. You settle things with him, help the others around here too. I'll sign the paper if it means getting out of here. That's fair. But there's been that voice inside me saying the same thing, and whiskey wasn't killing it. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno. You know, you put up a good fight. I'm impressed. Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell. I'll be waiting then. And training. So you're telling me I could take this money you're offering, give them nothing, and then go on to strike up another caravan same as before? What kind of fucking negotiator are you? Hope Alice knows the kind of snake she's got working for her. You're obviously putting your money where your mouth is. On top of that offer letter, that is a lot of caps. Still, what makes you think that's enough? What, you think I'm cheap? You challenging me? Serious now. All right, you come here armed with whiskey. We'll make a sport of it. And none of that radioactive shit. I'm talking whiskey. Not Dixon whiskey. Whiskey. You are definitely barking up the wrong bar stool. Whatever you're suggesting, not interested. If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine. Guess that settles that then. All right. It's a deal. Hand over that paper. Ugh, can't believe I'm parting with it. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. I got a bar, men who don't say a word, and plenty of whiskey. I'm fine. Old name? What old name? Thing is, I really just wanted an excuse to drink. Should last me for a while. Might just be the whiskey talking, but I think I might feel a whole lot better leaving the caravan business behind me. Makes me a little teary-eyed, but now I've got a bottle to put him in. Hand over that paper. I'll put my name to it. Aw, now ain't that sweet. Another? No. No, You got me beat. I'm done. Caravan's yours. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. You want to drink more? Oh my fucking God. Get away from me. All four of you. Don't need your... Oh God. I think I'm gonna be sick. And you look fine. Well, guess you're a little tougher than I thought. Still looks like you're feeling it, eh, Slick? You all right? You took a little spill there. One moment you're smiling, then... All right. You just hang on to the bar here. That's it. Didn't take you for the toughest courier in the West when you walked in, but you walked all the way to the outpost, so at least you have guts. Sounds good to me. You know, like one of the tribes from the East. We got 'em out West, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard. Gift for my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad. Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect. Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's Out of the Divide can block off a pass in no time. So you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises. Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it. Well, keep it away from me. Won't have anything to do with it. I'm fair with chucking dynamite, not bad with a pistol, if I do say so myself. Carry a knife, too, but that's more for practical reasons. Prefer settling things with my fists, though. Made more friends than corpses in bar fights. Plan on keeping it that way. Don't think I'm some kind of Vault City pacifist, though. If things get heated, I'll start shooting. Trust me. What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that. My father had heart problems, and it ran down the family tree to me. Not looking to have my heart skip its last beat even if I considered putting that junk in my system, which I don't. Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. You son of a bitch. You know, I was just gonna give you a piece of my mind, and now I'm gonna put you down. Who you are comes from the choices you make when life gets tough. So if you're saying that life is dragging you down, I don't buy it. You better start changing your attitude, or I'm heading back west, you hear? You're seriously gonna draw on me? Fine. Do it. See what happens. Well, all right. I'll stick around for a little while longer, but if you get out of line again, that's your excuse. You need to be tougher. If you let the Mojave get you down, then you've given up on life. So straighten out. Stop being so shifty and downright mean, and see if that doesn't change your outlook. Fuck that. You can walk the road to hell on your own. Well, all right. I'll stick around for a little while longer, but if you get out of line again, That's your excuse? Fine, I will, jackass. You can have your shit back. I don't need it or want it. You go your way, I'm going mine. And don't try looking for me. It was a mistake to show up in the Mojave in the first place, and I'm not about to repeat that mistake twice. I'll hold you to that promise then. I'm not known for my patience, though. Inside? Yeah, must be deep inside, all right. All right, maybe I was a little harsh. I can be that way. Trying's the same thing as giving up, the way you're saying it. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm not from around here, and I'm not NCR. I run a caravan. Or did. Not sure if I chose it, or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago, and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it. But quiet, and when I'm not around. Drink. Got a lot of memories to drown. If I die while doing it, so be it. Got nowhere else to go. Yeah? Well, you aren't me. So good for fucking you. No shit. Drink's on me then. Still, not like I'm going anywhere. Caravan title's still keeping me here, even though it's dead and gone. Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done. So fighting boredom is your argument, huh? Go with you? And why the hell would I do that? NCR officer, trooper, whatever, runs the place. He's over in the main building, the one without a bar. Jackson won't let me head north. It's not safe. And even though my caravan's gone, my caravan papers are keeping me here. So if you came here for work, my advice? Go find the Crimson Caravan branch south of Vegas. They can help you out. Oh, that's got just the right bite of judgment to it. Stings a little, too. Did you hear that from a follower's preacher? I bet you could preach all day. Who knows what other little bits of wisdom might spill out. Was reminded why I left this place soon as I walked in. Let's go. Whiskey and me are old friends. Keeps me going when times get rough. Like now. Got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin. That's the question I've been asking myself. A man who shot you. The outpost lost its charm about 3 bottles ago. And that was just this morning. My guess is Legion. They're trying to cut NCR's supply line, and the Mojave outpost is proof. Got us locked up tighter than a New Vegas virgin. No caravans in, out, and just try arguing with Jackson about it. Roads aren't safe, he says. No shit, you washed out old fuck-up. I didn't need a Brotherhood scribe to tell me that. Aside from the TV-faced robots, the dust, and the old man smell in every room, nothing. It's a paradise. This place has the old world blues about it. Everything in here feels like it should have passed on a long time ago. Hell, it's hard to believe Vegas is right outside. So, yeah, I'm looking to leave whenever you're ready. Where? Like Vegas? Shoot and spit enough friends out. East? Get put in one of Caesar's little camps? No thanks. Head back west? I already know the big circle and everyone in it, except now I go back there, ruined. Never really realized how small the Mojave is getting nowadays. Hard to find a place to go that's worthwhile. So you're looking for someone to help, not just tag along. Huh. Thank God. The sooner the better. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in. It's the company? That has got to be the biggest load of Brahmin shit I've ever heard. Still, if you've got more like that, sure am. Burn for the last time. And this time it's for good. Worse, it's not done kicking me. I'm still trapped here. Lost my caravan heading north. The driver burned to ash. And they didn't even take the cargo. They just burned that too. Don't worry. Not looking to throw punches just yet. And something tells me hitting you would be a mistake I wouldn't want to repeat. Trouble's already come and went. So anything you bring will make my next drink go down easier. All right? No, I'm not all right. Drinking to forget. And it's only getting me mad instead. Whiskey always gets my temper up, now more than ever. Drinking used to cause all sorts of trouble back west. Before I punched enough people, that is. And they learned to lay low when the whiskey hit. Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more. Yeah, her name's Ghost or something. Fucking scary. Ooh. Guess it's 'cause you'll never see her till you're dead. NCR and their goddamn nicknames. As if Caesar himself's gonna piss and run if he hears them. Anyway, go on and head up top. Ask her what's going on if you haven't already. I don't much give a shit. If you're looking to sign on with the caravan, no. Traders are bottled up tight here. Caravan works up north. Check with the Crimson Caravan, maybe. Gunrunners might have work. Wouldn't know for sure, though. Still, if you got a gun, guts, and feeling like going on patrol, might be some of the soldiers around here have work for you. Well, fine, whatever. They can be shaking each other's dicks. Wouldn't change the Mojave now. Maybe you're right. Broomtats always throw me off. You're looking at it. It's a watering hole without much to brag about. It's like a Brahmin drive gone wrong. Supposed to be a gate north, but you come here, you get caught in the pen. Better to head back home. If you don't have a gun and a will, don't matter much what you do when you reach here, except stare at that fucking monument outside. One's a ranger, one's an NCR trooper, supposed to represent unification of West and East, or some such shit. As far as those two iron lovebirds go, they've got more spine you'll see in a year from the NCR government. I'm speaking figurative. Isn't any blood on their damn hands. Of course, when Caesar comes walking through here, there'll be blood for real. And after the blood dries in the sun, he'll melt that piece of jet-induced sculpture down and reshape it into a bull, which by my reckoning is making up for a deficiency of his. But no matter what the state of his pecker, he's sure giving the West a good fucking. Jackson might have something for you if you haven't already spoken to that old buzzard. He was looking to try to get troops to clear the North Road. You can find him over in the other building. The one without a bar. Don't even tell me you missed it coming in. It's like NCR showing its dick to all the East. If the Republic put as much effort into protecting the East as they put into those two asinine giants outside, then they'd be worth that monument. Statues of two men shaking hands covered in blood. Don't seem to be nothing to brag about. Yeah, he's been with NCR so long all he can see is the worst outcome of everything. So he doesn't do anything. I don't know. Seems to be a lot of attention on Nipton. Word is, one of the snipers in the nest on the roof spotted smoke from the east. And you got better. Fine then. Not trying to pry. Just wondering what would make a courier run around the desert without a contract is all. Forget I asked. So he robbed you? Robbing a courier's low. And any family or group he's with is gonna get a black eye for it. Caravan code of the wastes is you don't fuck with the one who brings you your mail. And you don't fuck with your supply line. Hope this shithead knows what he's in for. From both of us. What's his name? Does it come with its own death claw? Trust me, if you can't see it, something just as nasty's waiting. Whole lucky 38. The idea that there's this casino in the middle of a town of people and only you're ever let inside feels like other places I've been. Something that isolated from everyday folks starts to take on a bad shine. Can't say I've heard the name. Or heard about any man dressed like a seat cover. Bad suit, huh? Well, if assholes had taste, we'd all be feasting on shit. Still, suit means money, and suits stand out, especially here in the Mojave. One of the larger towns or Vegas might be the place to go. Don't you worry, though. We'll sort this asshole out. Rattle his cage a little. Well, if it wasn't before, it is now. Did he bother to introduce himself, or did he not take you for somebody who'd get up again when killed? 2 shots in the head without an auto doc is a lot of patching. Hope you thanked him properly. Who's this snake that put bullets in your head? Did he have cause, or... Well, don't let the soldiers drink too much, and I'd agree with you most time. Fucking whiskey dicks. Well, not as glamorous, I guess. Roads back west were safer in most places. Most. Anyway, occurred to me I could scratch the traveling itch and get paid for it. Cassidy caravans formed around me. Rest is history. NCR's my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave. Just so you know. What? Oh, all right. Guess you've got a Legion outlook on things. No problems here. There's a lot more of that in the Mojave than you see. Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes. Yeah. It's a ways, though. Hell of a detour. You sure? All right. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find. Don't take that as anything more than my words. I bet you're a real sweetheart the way you leave that trail of broken hearts behind you. I know your look. You probably say all the right things. So we're clear. Nothing's gonna happen between us. You'd best respect that. Don't care much for which one we kill first. Whether settling accounts with McLafferty or making that bitch Gloria eat her hair. The Van Graffs are gonna be tougher, so we'll likely get killed there. If we go to the Crimson Caravan camp, we'll just need a lot of bullets. Still, we give the Van Graffs a what for? That means all those guns they used on my caravan, we can take and use on the Crimson Caravan. It's this slimy, scaled thing, like a lake lurk, except no legs. Well, most times. They're like birds, except they stay underwater. Anyway, I've seen pictures. One guy even had one above his bar in Reading, except it was made of pre-war plastic. He used to say it could sing, but I figured he was on a jet rush. Upside of Vegas, hear tell? Trapped at the Mojave outpost. So I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit. So the site's probably a Cazador nest by now. You're saying they might need to do the same thing to each other someday. And evidence is easier than bullets. Well, Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the West. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though. Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're also mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years. NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse. Not sure. Let's look around. What? Oh. Damn, no offense meant. Sometimes I get so drunk, I don't care who I share a bed with, so that's fine with me. My point before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place. Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the powder gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there. Yeah, something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know. All right then, let's move out. Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. No, I know. Just hard to say how I feel right now. Well, I still wouldn't mind going there and crossing my heart a few times, if only to make me feel a little better. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much. Yeah, west, east, and pass through places enough times people would sometimes pay me some caps to take something to the next town. Music to my ears. Look, not meaning to fly off the handle like that. Don't have to tell me twice. Feel more alive than I ever have. Yeah, I am. Never realized I had all that anger in me. Makes me wonder how much more I can settle with bullets. You know, when I first heard about them, I was so mad. But there was this little part of me that said, you can't do to them what they did to you. I say fuck that part. I feel purified. And I love the fact that there's no more loose ends. There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion. Now, on to settle accounts with Gloria Van Graff. Putting her down would suit me just fine. Might be a little tougher than the Crimson Caravan. Van Graffs are like a nest of rattlers. And the guns they've got are Brotherhood caliber. Now, on to settle accounts with Alice McLafferty. Putting her down? That would suit me just fine. Can't wait to see the look on her face when I show up. She'll know why. Payback's a bitch, ladies. And between Gloria and Alice, that settles accounts as far as I'm concerned. Hope they're in hell right now, blinking, trying to figure out where they fucked up. Yeah, there is. Well, I'm not one for soft living. Or soft men, let me tell you. I'm guessing neither are you. Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. On both counts. Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood or the Followers or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders. Look, and what I'm about to say, I don't mean as any offense to you. I know where your sympathies lie. All right, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say. I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas you could see it from the wall. Started? Took to it like a fish to water. Well, if you know what a fish is. So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the two leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks. I held off on filling them full of holes. So unless you give me a good reason to cool my heels soon, I'm not waiting much longer. I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time. No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them, walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me. Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross. The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound. Well, you have to know what to look for. No, I'd agree with that. And Alice and Gloria are two crows that'd keep something like that in their nest. They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name. That's it. Except for one thing. Thanks. Not many people in my company would have done what you did for me without some hesitation or asking me to cool down. But you backed me. Even when the odds were against us. Words aren't enough, but thanks. Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Omertas. The white gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though. You're taking a big risk. Actually, it sort of fell on me. My feet get antsy if I stay in one place, like the Mojave Outpost. It was driving me crazy, that feeling of being trapped there. So thanks for that. Well, of course I do. No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens. So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try. Oh, I'm sure. Killing never felt so good. Could almost hear the dead behind me guiding my hand. Now that that bitch is in hell, they'll have a shot at her too. So what are we waiting for? We've got more work to do. The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs. Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men. And that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. But I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do. Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it. NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind? That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs. And what makes you think any evidence can be found? Not much. And I haven't had occasion to look for anything more than that. I've heard what most people know. He's said to run New Vegas. He runs the robots. But, well, no one's really seen him. Well, except you, that is. Of course, no one really will now that he's dead. Good thing, too. No idea what that contraption was on his pecker. So if he wants to see you, well, that's a rare thing I wouldn't turn down. I'd ask him some hard questions if I were you. I'm not sure yet. Something's definitely wrong. They were massacred. We should look around, find out why. Nothing yet, but something's there. Just gotta look around and find it. Don't matter much how we settle this, as long as it gets settled. No, still eating at me, though. Wouldn't mind taking another look. Something's off. I think we should explore the next one, see what's up. Got my curiosity riled. Jean-Baptiste. Sounds like someone got knocked out of the good book so hard his name broke. Either that, or it's Canadarian or some such shit. So who is this Baptiste, and what does he want? The only Van Graffs I know are the ones out west. Well, except for Gloria Van Graff, and I don't know her all that well. Nor do I want to. Don't have any objection speaking with him. Though if he's with the Van Graffs, he should know I'm not looking to buy weapons. I'm already shadowing you, aren't I? Lead on, I'll follow. Ask me to come with you? I'll think about it on the way. Not leaving here until my caravan paper's clear. Or my title goes away. If you were looking for someone to caravan with, I'd try the Crimson Caravan up north. They pretty much run the roads now. Don't know. Not sure where to head next. Well, no idea why your friend Mr. House wants it. But I'm guessing it's not for the caps. My guess? Leads to a big cash out at some casino. And if the 38 on it is any indication, well, lucky 38 it is. Must have been one huge metal bighorner that crapped that chip out, much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dump water bars in the Mojave to last me. Don't have all the ingredients you need. Come back when you have them, and I'd be happy to get something cooking. Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked. There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day. Look, no guarantee on the quality, only the results. And don't drink too much of this stuff or you might go blind. All right, I'll start brewing. Here you go. Go easy on it until you train yourself to choke back the urge to gag. After a few bottles and the vomiting, it ain't so bad. Guess that settles that then. No shit. Drinks on me then. Still, not like I'm going anywhere. Caravan title's still keeping me here, even though it's dead and gone. I don't know. Seems to be a lot of attention on Nipton. Word is, one of the snipers in the nest on the roof spotted smoke from the east. Don't matter much how we settle this, as long as it gets settled. My point before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much. You got one too many by my count. All right, then. Well, now, look what rolled in. What, you getting lonely out there? What's on your mind? Are you fucking high right now? God, I can smell it from here. Keep that shit away from me. You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind? Ask 'em then. Go to hell. I'm heading back west. You won't see me again. You and me, we're done traveling together. I want nothing more to do with you. I thought there was a chance you'd change. Not any longer. Being a fucker is who you are. Guess my last warning didn't sink in too well. Things don't change, and soon, I'm gone. You are such an asshole sometimes. Look, maybe you were like this before I signed up with you. But if you keep acting this way, I'm not going to stick around much longer. We find this friend Benny of yours. Looking forward to rattling his cage. Not sure who this friend of yours is. But if he's looking down on Vegas, he's either God or the moon. Never thought I'd pass the Vegas wall. Never seen so many lights in one place before. So, you talked to a big movie screen. Feeling like I'm walking down a yellow brick road and there's bad news at the end. First Vegas, now NCR and Legion. You're being courted more than a Redding widow. Hope you can answer them politely, or there's no safe place in the Mojave for you. Still looking for a place to pitch your tent? NCR, Legion, or Vegas. Seems like each of them's a bear trap, no matter where you put your foot. Ready to leave yet? This place puts my teeth on edge. Why the hell we wandering so much anyway? Nothing against the Mojave, except the dust, heat, and scorpions, but we find this friend of yours. Looking forward to adding some red to that checkered suit of his. Sure hope you know what you're doing. Mojave's getting tense. Don't get me wrong. NCR needs the help. Sometimes I wish they'd step up more on their own. Not sure saving them helps them in the long run. Sure hope you know what throwing in with the Legion means. Helping them running roughshod over the West is an old world kind of cruel. If someone promised me all the lights of Vegas, I'd consider it too. But I wouldn't say yes until I saw what was behind the curtain. Mojave's almost buzzing like a cazador now. Must be all the blood Legion and NCR spilling over the Colorado. Guess there's no turning back now. It's war. If Hoover Dam's where it's going to go down, better make it count. Well, that's settled, I suppose. Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died. God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp. You know what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake. And that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too. More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood-level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage. What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere. Just trim the Van Graff family tree. I think Freeside'll breathe a little easier now. And that's it for the Crimson Caravan. Another caravan burned, except someone made camp here. And I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks. That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. Voices down, eyes up. Keep your voice down. We got movement out there. Save the sweet talk for when the shooting's done. Not one for being subtle, are you? The tops probably never saw so much action till you charged in. So glad you iced that little fucker. Anyone that wears a suit like that, well, they're asking for bullets. So, what, we chase that little cocksucker down or what? He's gotta stop running sometime, and that's when we'll get him. Oh, you look like you got something else to say besides ordering me around. Let's hear it. You look all serious. Something to say to me other than guns, distance, and stimming? Whoa, why are you leaning in all of a sudden? What Did you put a plug in his cock tube to make him explode? Nothing like turning a snake's trap on itself. That Benny's a slippery fucker. But you one-upped him all right. Inside the lucky 38? Not sure whether that's a blessing or a curse. Can't tell you how glad I am you butchered the fiends. Caravans across the wastes are gonna be buying you drinks for years. Careful where you flash that chip of yours. Not sure what kind of caps it's worth, but it's a tempting target. If you say you're going to gather evidence, then kill the bitches anyway, at least tell me when you change your mind. Now, if you're done fucking around, let's settle accounts the old-fashioned way. Looking for trouble? Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies. And by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though. Cass lived to see the mark of the Legion on Hoover Dam. Uncertain of what lay next for the West, she remained silent. As the Legion marched west, she found it difficult to see the dam as anything more than a gravestone for the Mojave, and everyone in it. Rose of Sharon Cassidy died as her caravan died. In an unmarked grave, another victim of the Mojave. Despite the destruction of Cassidy caravans, Cass lived for 30 more years. She made her way back west and passed away in a small shack outside of Vault City, the rose pendant still around her neck. Cass survived to see the NCR flag flying proud over Hoover Dam, and thought for a moment, this is what a hero must feel like. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time. The slaughter of the Van Graffs in the Crimson Caravan caused no end of trouble for NCR back west. Already struggling, NCR's supply line suffered further as the 2 caravans withdrew support until the massacre in the east was resolved. The caravan families went so far as to send agents east to hunt down Cass and the courier. None returned. Both companies finally decided not to chase their losses. The week after their decision, the headquarters of both companies were destroyed. The graffiti, "See you in hell," written in gunpowder, was attributed to powder gangers, not the Cassidy Caravan massacre so long ago. In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Both the Van Graffs and Alice McLafferty were removed from their post in the east. During their trek west, however, their caravan was wiped out by raiders using advanced weaponry and military tactics. No cargo was taken. When questioned, the gunrunners denied any involvement, claiming they would have no public motivation for such an attack. She was about to tell the courier not to get too proud of herself. Then she figured. She knew that already. So she laughed, said fuck it all, and raised a bottle to the dam and the ones who had fought for it. As far as she was concerned, the whole thing was proof that playing out a bad hand can pay off in the end. As long as someone like the courier was holding the cards. As long as a woman like the courier was holding the cards. She was about to tell the courier not to get too proud of himself. Then she figured. He knew that already. That night, Cass kicked in the door of his room to celebrate, only to find the man on the bed was an NCR soldier whose barracks had been destroyed. He was cute, though, so after having her way with him, she got the hell out, leaving an empty whiskey bottle as a note. As she walked along the dam in the night, she felt drunk, content, and happy to be alive. Which to her was the whole point of it all. Guess who won the lottery? Got him spotted. Got one. There you are. Yeah, better run. Them, not us. Not worth our time. Nothing. Must be nerves. Ugh, should have fought naked, it'd hurt less. Armor's for shit. Oh, they're cutting me up. Could use sheet metal, not a sheet. Glad that's over. In no mood for hunting. Their trouble's all gone. One of ours is down. Running out of friends. Gone to their reward. Fuse lit! About to get loud! Makes sense to me. I hear you. Got it. If you're sure. Your loss. What, no music? I'll hold the tears till I'm gone. If you're sure. Your loss. Can't say I couldn't use a break from you for a while. Don't be playing with my heart now. Gets me pissed. You sure now? All right. Either shoot or don't. But don't be wishing and washing about it. You're like a switchblade stuck on flick. Gonna give a light switch a run for its money. Click, click, click. All right. Don't be long. Robots there give me the creeps. All right. Guess Vegas it is. Fine then. I'll get out of your hair then. Back to the gilded cage. Can't be any worse than here. All right then. Let's get the train rolling. You got one too many by my count. What, you teasing me? Lose one, then ask me again. Not in the mood for a threesome. Today. Let's hit the road. Let's roll out then. Carrying too much shit to move. Pinned down here, carrying your bags. Need to lighten my load. What did you give me, bricks? Keeping quiet. Bad guys won't see us coming. Shh. We're hunting shitheads. Holding my breath. Staying low. Could use a little target practice. Music to my ears. Dad'd approve. Line the bottles up. I'm ready. What, I got whiskey on my breath? Look, if you ripped one, I don't care. Washed 100 times. Brahmin smell never gets out. Sorry. Traveling the Mojave don't exactly leave me smelling like a rose. My style suits me just fine. But go ahead anyway. Well, we all ain't got pip vats on our wrists. You expecting a fight? What now? Let's hear it. Gonna need a wedding ring first. Sorry, was lagging behind there. Bringing up the rear. I'll do like I'm doing then. Except I'll try to smile less. What, was I not doing it right before? Got a habit of repeating yourself. Fine, let's focus on the bad guys. Waste of time anyway. Fine. All this planning won't matter much when the bullets fly anyway. No arguing here, as long as we're not here all day. Long as it's not a lecture. I'm listening. Let's hit the road. Road's not getting any shorter. All right, let's get this caravan rolling. Like you're thinking. All right, as long as I'm not bringing a knife to a shootout. Good, my fists were getting bored. Time to make some new friends. I'm listening. Tactics ain't the word I'd use. So talk then. Got my attention. About as close as I can get without crawling up your ass. Any closer, I'm stepping in your boots. Already am. Unless you're getting fresh on me. Never get tired of hearing that. Now we're talking. With a smile. Sounds good to me. All right, enough jabbering. Thought I was already holding back. Heard you the first time. No need to repeat yourself. Guess it's leftovers for me. Slim pickings, but all right. Keep your shirt on. I'm coming. All right, I'll rein it in. Gives me a chance to practice my backhand. Throw some whiskey in the mix, and I'm game. Let's distribute the weight. Let's see what you got. Let's deal. Sitting tight. And pretty. All right. Give a yell if there's trouble. I'll hold up here. Don't be long. You're outstaying your welcome. Too stupid to die. But getting there. On my last legs here. If I'm gonna die, at least pass me some whiskey. Got more pain in me than blood. Feeling a little worse for wear. Ain't beat yet. Don't let them bury me in Vault City. Well, that's all wrapped up. Sure put a nail in that one. That's all she wrote. That wasn't you, was it? Here's something. Doesn't sound like a friend of yours. Looks like someone wants to be neighborly. And then the fight started. Don't need this right now. Let's kick this in gear. Would you keep it down? Waste of ammo. What? You see a scorpion? If you can't control it, keep it in your holster. Are you drunk? Pull that trigger? You'll wish you hadn't. Don't like no one drawing a bead on me. Don't make me take that away. Better be rock salt in that, or you're asking for an ass kicking. That ought to even the odds. Somebody's ear's gonna be ringing. There's a leg waiting to go. Gonna be a bad day for somebody. I'll keep the dancing to a minimum. Watch out below! Go wide! Gonna get loud! Well now, what's all this? Looks like a party. Caught me good and pissed. Didn't even leave a scar. All stitched up. Prefer a shot of whiskey, but I might as well be shooting blanks. Need something with more kick. Not even slowing it down. All I'm doing is pissing him off. This weapon's on its last legs. Maybe I should switch to a squirt gun. Next time, I'll put a nail in your head. Done fucking around? Good. Anything moves, it's gonna get it. Don't see a thing. Wish they'd show themselves. I'm gonna knock you off your axles. Pushed me too far. Gonna fix your wagon. Fat's in the fire now, you little bitch. That does it. Time for some get even. That how you wanna play, huh? Someone's looking to cash their chips early. Let's paint this place red. Let's start this dance. Gonna six this bitch. You're just in time for your ass whipping. Serving up some hurt. Ah! Scatter! Oh shit! Trouble! Hide nor hair of 'em. Fucker pops back up. They'll wish they hadn't. Picked the wrong time for hide and seek. Tag me. Need a doctor bag. Not firing on all pistons here. A doctor's bag and some whiskey, if you don't mind. Gonna lose a limb if I don't get some meds. If I get gangrene before we find a doctor. Ah! 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 Not looking to die here. Me and Courage are out of here. They want me, they'll have to catch me. Blood's running and I'm gonna follow. Why the hell do I follow you into things like this? Might need to rest soon. Shot of whiskey might kill the pain. Wouldn't say no to a stim pack. Think they ran? Less hide and seek, more shoot and kill. I see Jack and shit. Except no Jack. All right, let's try this again. Got him. I'm gonna kill you for wasting my time. You should have run. Now, say your prayers. Guess they got rattled. Get him next time. Got no patience for hunting. Gonna run out of friends at the rate you're going. You are such an asshole sometimes. Whose side are you on? Did you do that on purpose? Triggers willing, chambers empty. No more ammo. Firing dry here. I'm out. Reloading. Wait, no, I'm out! Head spinning. Must have got stung. I need a snake bite kit, fast. Feel weak all of a sudden. Sweet as roses. Now that feels good. Whew. Getting my second wind here. Think I didn't see that? Good way to lose a hand. Feels like a Brahmin kicked me. Guess that didn't go so well. Head's ringing like an alarm clock. Need a drink. Better than waking up in jail, I guess. Got a spare gun handy? Weapon's done for. Piece of shit.